Hey there you guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be repotting this poor Masdevallia orchid. Chris, you've been asking me about my Masdevallia and how it's doing, and the answer to your question is it's not doing fantastic, but it's still alive. It's been losing a lot of leaves. It hasn't been putting very many new ones on. I was told that these really need to be repotted fairly regularly, once a year. As the media breaks down, it becomes, is it more acidic, or the salts deposit into the media, and the plant really resents that. So I know that this has been potted up here for about a year in this media. So I'm going to go ahead today, and I'm not going to change the pot. I'm going to, actually I might change the pot. I'm going to give it a new mix. I'm going to I'll bring you in a little bit closer in a second. It's just a sphagnum moss mixed with fine orchid bark and some perlite. So yeah, it's mostly sphagnum moss to hold the moisture. This poor thing, it doesn't look very good at all. It's yellowing in the leaves. It looks so sad. Excuse me, it looks so sad. So yeah, anyway, we'll repot that and we'll follow it and see how it goes. I've got the fog ultrasonic mist machine over there with it, with the Dracula, which is doing fantastic, by the way. I also wanted to show you the Paphiopedilum orchid that you saw the bud. Now we've got a bloom. Look at how beautiful that is. It's gigantic. There's my hand. There's the flower. It is perfect. I love it. This is the first time it's bloomed for me. I bought it in bloom, but this is the first time that it's rebloomed, and it took about 2 years for it to come back and bloom again. So hopefully it's adjusted to the climate in my home, and we'll get a bloom every year from here on in. So anyway, fingers crossed. Also, another exciting thing, let me put this back here. One of my other paths, I wasn't expecting this one, but as you can see, I've got a bud forming right here. Very excited about that one. I just need to remember to water these poor things. Like I've said, I've been very busy at work. It's starting to get a little bit better, but there's other things I need to get caught up on, and watering seems to be something that I've been forgetting. So I'm going to, after this video, I'm going to come down and I'm going to drench everything. I'm going to give them a good soak so that I can get back in track with my watering. So anyway, without taking up too much of your time, let's get to the repotting of this poor little Masdevallia. This is a Masdevallia Celtic Frost, or Celtic Frost. So Google it. It's got a really pretty flower. I've never seen a bloom. Hopefully in time I will. Looks like I've got a little bit of scale insect on here as well, which, as you know, is the nemesis in my my grow areas. Scale insect is a big problem for me. So anyway, come on a little bit closer and we'll do a repot. Okay, so as you can see, this Masdevallia has seen better days. It used to have all kinds of beautiful leaves here, but all the leaves have fallen off. Yeah, just so sad. So sad. It was beautiful. It like quadrupled in size, was looking really good, and then all of a sudden it went yellow, as you guys saw. And just didn't look very good after that. So let's pop it out of here, see what the media looks like. I'm not sure whether these are good roots, whether they're bad roots. I think the roots aren't so great. They should be more of a white color than this this color. But anyway, any of you Masdevallia experts can let me know. Until I get these things to rebloom for me, I will not consider myself an expert on these poor little things. So I'm just going to tease the moss away from the roots here. Try not to damage too many of the existing roots. I want to get rid of any of the soil or the media at the top. Anything that could have held on to extra salt deposits. It was kind of slimy at the top. It's not overly wet. It is moist. like damp, but not soaking wet. The media that I had in it before was predominantly moss, like I'm doing again. Masdevallia orchids don't like to dry out completely. If they dry out completely, they will show a lot of stress. They'll go yellow, and the same signs as overwatering. But I think overwatering is a little bit harder to do than underwatering, because these plants like to stay moist. They don't have pseudobulbs to retain the moisture for dry periods, so they tend to just fall apart quickly. So, and they also like cooler temperatures, so if you get warm temperatures where you are, Masdevallias might not be the best solution or the best choice for you. I have some cool rooms in the house which I might end up transferring this to for the winter time, because I have some rooms that stay quite cold, so that might be an option to help this along. But right now it's in the grow space, and it has, like I said, it has the cool mist humidifier right there. So hopefully that keeps it cool and moist. I haven't had the humidifier long enough to noticeably make a difference. I've only had it a few weeks, but I'll let you know if I notice a substantial difference, especially if I notice it blooming. Some of these roots are attached to the bark, and that's okay. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave all of the moss that's on here now. It should be fine. All the little roots seem to be attached. There's not a lot of dead or brown roots that are in there, so I don't need to cut anything really away. I don't know if these are healthy roots or if they're dead roots. I don't see any green on them, but this certainly looks like a lot less roots than I originally started with. So I'm going to move it into this other pot. I will clean this pot and then reuse it a little bit later, just in case there's any salt deposits. I don't really see any, but still. So I'm going to take some of this pre-moistened mix of, like I said, there's sphagnum moss in there. There's a fine, I do believe it's a fir bark, but it's an orchid bark, and some perlite as well to aid in drainage. Just mix this up a little bit. Sometimes the bark goes all the way to the bottom. I want to make sure that it's good and mixed so that there's good airflow through there. Grab a handful, throw it in the bottom. I'm going to stick my poor little plant in there. I really hope that this helps it out. This is a pre-moistened mix. There we go. Try to get the air pockets from around here. We want to make sure that it's a stable, the plant is stable in its pot. You want to make sure that the roots are all covered up. These aren't like a Phalaenopsis orchid where the roots like to ramble off on their own and be outside of the pot. These guys like to be nice and packed in there, just like Paphiopedilum would. Alright, but I'm not going to turn it into concrete. I still want good airflow. There we go. It's all potted up. I wanted to keep it at the same level that it was in the other pot. If you do it too deep, it could cause rot, and you don't want that. Especially now, since this plant is obviously under some stress. So I'll keep you posted on this. Stay tuned. Maybe in a few months' time, we'll come back and see if it's starting to put out some new growth. That'll be the real telltale. I do see some new growth. I don't know whether it'll show up on camera. But right down here at the tip of my finger, there's a new leaf that's starting to come up there. So it's promising. Fingers crossed that it survives. We'll put this tag back in here. I should be writing when I repotted it, because like I said, these things supposedly like to be repotted once a year. So a year goes by in a blink. If we could do all these repots when we had to get our license stickers, then that would be perfect. You'd know exactly when a year was up. But unfortunately, we don't have that sort of time. So anyway, stay tuned for more updates, and happy growing. So that the soil level is about right here, just about to the neck of the bulb. So I'm going to look at it. I'm going to add a little bit more soil because this is a little too shallow.